The Estonian court found the Major of Armed Forces of Estonia Denis Metsavere and his father Peter Volin guilty of high treason and espionage in favor of Russia. Mettawas was sentenced to 15 years in prison, his father to 6. The Director General of the Security Police, Arnold Sensale, said on Monday at a press conference that the cooperation of Metsaveres with the Russians lasted for more than 10 years. During this time he received a reward in the amount of €20,000. What kind of information the Major gave the Estonian side did not disclose, but according to the police, much of this information was related to state secrets. Recently, Metsavere worked in Estonian General Staff, had engaged in development of artillery, took part in the peacekeeping mission in Afghanistan. His father Peter Volin, according to the media, acted as a courier. The position of Metsavere is unknown, but writes the Estonian portal Delfi, the lawyer of the convicted Ola Jacobson said that to appeal the verdict, he is not going. Denis Metsavere grew up in Lasnamäe, the predominantly Russian-speaking district of Tallinn. Russian-speaking in Estonia about 30%. Only some of them remain in the Estonian army after the military service, and especially few of them received the rank of major. In this sense, Mettawas was a model example of integration into Estonian society. None of his friends could not at first believe in the treason, and to understand what could push this to the military, whose loyalty was never doubted. I was the chief of the joint educational institutions when he came as a cadet. Smart, healthy guy, athletic, positive, said the Russian service BBC, Member of Parliament of Estonia, former head of the armed forces the Ants Loniots after the arrest of Metsavere. Characteristics: he was all positive, until the Major came, the mission was. Military historian Igor Kopin wrote a book about the Russian officers in Estonian army by order of the Ministry of Defense of Estonia. The book was the chapter on Metsavere. Kopin said that Denis was a good example. Most of the Russian-speaking youth have a negative attitude towards NATO, participation of Estonia in NATO, to the service in the army, told Captain the Russian service BBC after the arrest of Metsavere. Denis's career, his service in the Estonian army was an example for Russian youth. He was convincing. Perhaps his statements were not philosophical, they were common, continues Captain. But in its simplicity it has gained authority among Russian-speaking residents. About Peter Volin, known that he was born in 1953 in Estonia in the Soviet time, served in the frontier troops, then worked in the prison system in Estonia. As claimed by the Estonian law enforcement bodies, he was engaged in espionage around 5 years ago.